they do all have setups where you're going round, where you're doing ledge grabbing, where you need to use the power jump, where you need to sprint and jump in order to make the jumps.
Yeah, this bit of live and learn, because like, when I was playing the first map, I saw the conservatory roof, but I never thought you could climb up there, and then I saw a guy jump for, you know, like you got the water spurting out, and then you got that little mini building. I saw a guy jump on that, and then jump straight to the top of the conservatory, so I never thought of doing that, so it's a bit of live and learn as well, kind of thing. Watching others and learning from them as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you do tend to find quite a few little areas. There's actually a lovely one inside that Rooftop Gardens, aka Skyline, that last map, where you can sort of drop down from the glass house into the gym beneath it. There's sort of the blinds on either side, and you drop down, and then you've got some panes of glass in front of you looking down into the gym. Above there's a couple of little sort of flower baskets running along the edge near the ceiling, and if you're careful you can actually get up there and cloak. So
yeah, I think I've been up, actually. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. That's the easier way to get up on the roof, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in this one, just going to see whether they ended up actually getting around to removing it, because there used to be a fairly cunning little place you could... It may be bugged, but it's working on PC. Again, this is relatively old code. So basically all the cars in the levels you can kick around like that, and you know, they're scattered around quite a bit, and they're generally used as cover. But what you can do is, if you see someone taking shelter behind one of the vehicles, you can stealth your way up to the vehicle, crouch down behind it, and then kick it into them to kill them. Or if someone's taking cover behind the car, you can shoot it in its battery pack, because, you know, it's the future. It's all electric vehicles. That's on Parking Deck. That's probably my favourite level in the game. It's really multi-layered.
Is that single player or multiplayer?
That's a multiplayer level. That's used for, I think, pretty much every game mode except for Capture the Relay. It's really, really good fun. It shows off the lighting really nicely as well, because it's all dark, and then it's got neon signs, and I really love the atmosphere of it.
In single player, does the main character have a voice?
Not in the beta I've played so far. I haven't had the opportunity to sit down and play through everything.
Oh, promoted. Holy crap.
What time is it where you are?
It is 5 to midnight.
Oh, you're in Bristol as well?
Yes, I am. I'm Crysis. So, there is a Korean studio in Seoul. There is one in Kiev, in Ukraine. There is one in Nottingham, which is where I work, and there is one in Frankfurt, which is kind of the original Crytek place. So the multiplayer was done in Nottingham, and the single player was done in Frankfurt. And it's like there are the occasional bits where it's like some of the weapons were done by a guy called Pete Cassell in Nottingham. He's a very, very talented artist, and you know, a load of those were used in single player as well. So you get bits of crossover where one system is used in both games, or one bit of art is used in both games. But in general, Nottingham was multiplayer focused, and Frankfurt was single player focused. The Frankfurt is was the first Crytek studio. That's where the HQ is. So if there's a big important meeting, generally people get shipped over to Frankfurt and have a chinwag over there. I finally got onto logging onto this this evening. I've been playing the PC game, the PC demo, doing the play with devs thing for 7 to 8 hours earlier.
Dang.
So I logged onto this quite late, and I had a full friends list already, and about 50 messages going, "Your friends list is full, please add me."
Nice.
Yeah, I just went through and essentially it's like if there were some people that had asked to be a friend and then weren't online at all, I just kind of went, well, one of the guys who's sending me a message in the past couple of minutes is probably is probably around and wanting to play, so just deleted him and invited some others in. I know there are a couple of guys on, definitely, because I've got them on my friends list, so we can just organise and make sure we're not ending up kind of spending all our time with the same lot. I think last time we did a play of the dev thing, and we ended up with like, I think at one point we ended up with about 6 Crytek people in one game, and it's just like, that's kind of fun, but at the same time, if you've each got 100 people on your friends list,
And they're one to play, you're not all gonna play. Oh wow,
yeah,
I got shot.
that's like coming up to 600 people there, kind of sat around twiddling their thumbs. So this account has got a 48-hour live pass thing on it. So generally this will only be used for these type of things. But I might be on tomorrow, but frankly this is now coming up for a total of 10 hours playing Crysis 2 multiplayer today. So I might not. But you know, like it's only midnight.
Only.
Outstanding.
And I do have beer in the fridge.
You're pretty good at this game, aren't you, though?
Well, I'm a PC gamer, but I think there's kind of about 3 or 4 guys in the company who are all about equal on the console. And I'm one of those 4, but the other 3 are actual proper console gamers, so like I'll generally be in about, if we have a game with all of us, I'll be in 3rd or 4th, sometimes get 2nd or 1st, and they'll be taking up the other slots there. But on the PC I'm more comfortable with mouse and keyboard. It has it for the console controllers. Because you can play on PC with a 360 pad. And then it'll do auto aim on that, but it won't do it for the mouse and keyboard. That got me very twitchy because I wrote a chunk of that fucking code. So I went and like quadruple checked with a couple of people, and no, it's not doing anything. You know, if you go all the way back to Half-Life 1, that great bastion PC gaming, and you install that and fire up in single player. Unless you're playing on the hardest difficulty, I think that defaults to having auto-aim on, even when you're using a mouse and keyboard in single player. Far Cry and Crysis 1. So then Ubisoft bought the rights to make Far Cry sequels. So Far Cry 2 was using a modified engine by Crytek, but Crytek didn't make the actual game. I think essentially it's Xbox Live. We had this problem the last time there was a big free weekend, and we tried to run one of these events. It's just so many people to Xbox Live to give it a go. It basically just flooded the servers. In fact, there is one thing. Someone was asking if... Yeah, there you go. The party just died, but the server's fine. Someone was asking about changes between the demo and the full game. There's a really minor one that really bugged me in the demo, which is the crash site effects, the one that sort of comes out of the crash site and heads towards the radius. It's really high and really blurry, and you can't see targets properly behind it. And that's been sort of fixed/removed. So not something you'd necessarily notice, but it's something that I do and bugs me.
How long is the campaign gonna be, roughly, you know?
I don't know if I meant to talk about that, but
Okay.
I would say
Alright.
longer than you might expect. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
That's good.
You will not be shortchanged. with the link to the campaign.
So, are there like any MLGs in the company?
Established.
Download.
I'm at the objective. Cover me.
Okay, I have no idea what on earth you're referring to with MLG.
Like, Major, yeah, Major League.
Ah, right, okay. No, not really. So, I mean, really, you know, if you're really seriously doing competitive gaming, you don't have time to be a game programmer.
That is true. There goes my dream.